Hello. Oh, someday I will be on time. Someday I will be on time for my own live stream. So, here we are again. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to see y'all. And let's just get right down to the disclaimer. You know? Just had to be done. I'm right there. I'm a little late. I was gonna go live earlier, but here we are. Hello. This video is for commentary, critique, and educational purposes under fair use. All opinions shared are my own and sometimes a live chat. So, just quick heads up, today we are watching a Frequence MLM training with payday hype, mindset mantras, and some health talk about mushrooms, inflammation, and calming. And I'm reacting in real time and pausing about every 3 minutes, maybe even sooner, because we know I can run my mouth. So stick around, because at the end, I hopefully will break down the red flags I saw and what I would ask a friend before they buy, and hopefully no one will buy. But that's just my hope. So we'll hopefully play the real disclaimer, and hopefully we'll play, because I double checked before we went live, and I'm happy to see everybody, and I will say howdy hey to the Neurokin and the squirrels. And we're just gonna hope the disclaimer plays.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us.
I was doing the lights were trying to help, but in the black and white they don't help that much, but here we are. I don't know why we're flickering, but we may have to just go to purple. We're still flickering. Unclear. Clear. We're not Rachel Hollis. We'll just do our best. So welcome back, squirrels, Neurokin, new and returning viewers. I'm DC, your somewhat chaotic squirrel in chief and autistic MLM dropout since 2022. Grab water or some type of delicious drink and a snack, and here is how today works. I will let the rep talk, hopefully, and then I will pause every few minutes to react like we are on the couch together, and my reactions are human first, hopefully, and if they share something vulnerable, I will honor that, and if they make a claim, we slow it down and ask for proof. And what you will get from me today is plain language breakdowns of what the persuasion moves and quick labels when something is likely misleading. Viewer check-ins every couple of pauses so we can chat in the comments live. And how to watch. If something sounds amazing, I don't know, let the live chat know If something sounds like fuckery, then let the live chat or the replay crew, let us know. And then ask what proof would change your mind. Either way, it's going to help somebody who's looking at Frequency know, oh my God, maybe, see some proof like, holy shit, maybe Amber Duluth doesn't know what the hell she's talking about, or maybe Marina Simone doesn't know what the hell she's talking about, or maybe there's people out there who can cut through the bullshit and see what's going on. That's my hope. And leading with empathy, and maybe a few cuss words, if you know what I mean. So I think that keeps us honest. I think that keeps Amber Duluth honest. I think I don't know. I think it's gonna maybe be a good conversation. So, disclaimer, reminder, nothing here is medical or financial advice. And if you are in an MLM and it works for you, I am not attacking you. I'm critiquing marketing claims and tactics. So we're going to hit play after we say hi to the live chat. And I love live streaming not more than life itself, but it's my favorite thing to do. So live chat, hello, 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 hello. I'm so happy to see you. We have some acorns. Hello. Stop it. Right. Meow. Member milestone. Tori? Oh my God, do we have an acorn? Do we have an acorn? Oh my God. All right, if you have been here for 2 years as a member, holy mother forking shitballs, we have a delightful acorn little video that we play in honor of the squirrel chaos, and we're here for it. Welcome to the chaos. If you want to subscribe to the chaos, it's free. If you want the extra chaos, feel free to become a member. Oh my God, don't tell me.
How long do we have to wait for a squirrel?
It turns out the god, he's a squirrel.
Squirrel walks up to a tree and says, I forgot to store acorns for winter, and now I am dead. Ha!
But I won't be a squirrel tomorrow.
Daddy, I want a squirrel.
I mean, I'm not a squirrel.
You won't get me a squirrel, I'll get one myself.
What are you then? An oversized squirrel?
Squirrel.
What we're going for here is a vicious, man-eating rabid squirrel.
You owe me a new acorn.
This acorn is for emergency use only.
That acorn was given to me by my great-grandmother Ladybug.
See this acorn?
Quick, to the acorn!
Pee-pee, a monkey, can't you see? You are the acorn of my eye.
Only one kid shoved an acorn up his nose.
You gotta get that acorn!
Acorn is missing.
Big acorn.
An acorn doesn't become an oak overnight.
And the saber teeth, and we gave him an acorn.
Sometimes the acorn just stays an acorn.
Did you eat the acorn?
Oh, it's the acorn thing all over again. It was just an acorn, a little acorn.
Many of these trees were my friends, creatures I had known from nut and acorn.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Yes. Also, the queen herself is in the chat. Savannah Marie, the OG anti-MLM creator. Let's go. Aaron, I saw Aaron earlier as well. Were y'all on Aaron's stream earlier? Did y'all go to the members after party? Delightful, delightful. Look at all the acorns in here. I love it. Lizzie, congrats on the new car. I love it. Amber, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Hello, Britt. Let's do a high and a low before we begin because, what is the high we have? Script is ready for tomorrow's recorded video. I never thought I'd say this, but I culled it down from 22 pages to 4. So, Aaron, I hope you're proud of me. And what else? What's my low? Just the chronic pain. Rough, but here we are. If you don't know what the high and the low is, it's not positive and negative. If you're scraping yourself off the floor of your mental health, maybe we're not doing the false I don't know, the toxic positivity, but sometimes you can still find a high and a low, and that's what we're here for. So if you want to play along, I know sometimes the replay crew does, and I love that for y'all. I do love seeing the replay crew just as much as the live chat. So don't feel like, oh my God, I didn't get to be in the live chat. Give me a little say howdy hey. So let me know. 11 months. Golden Kazoo. We're here for it. Moving on up. Moving on up.
Well, we're moving on up to the east side, to the deluxe apartments in the sky.
I almost forgot to play the lights. We almost forgot. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm on virtual camera, but I know I'm not. I'm on 1080. Oh, you little liar. You little liar. Hi, I cut out the pattern from my very first wearable sewing project. Stop. Lo, I'm too nervous to actually to start actually sewing the pieces together. Coconuts. Go to Jenna Phipps. Phipps. She does home stuff now. Like, actually, she's building her home herself with her boyfriend, Nick. But before that, when she was at like 800,000 subscribers, she did some sewing stuff. And maybe, like, that would be fun to watch her while you just take that baby step and start sewing. But also, invest in a seam ripper. You can just cut those stitches right out. Uh-oh. I got sunscreen too close to my eyes and they were a little burny today. Robin said Lo was feeling under the weather today. Hi, tomorrow is apparently Rice Krispie Treat Day. Okay, quick question. I know, it's like, we thought that you were going to stay on track, DC. This is track. This is the chaos track that we're on. Have y'all ever made Rice Krispie treats with, when you have, like, browned butter? I don't know if it's burned butter, but when you brown salted butter, the good butter from Costco, the Irish butter from Costco, the Irish salted butter from Costco, when you brown it before you put the marshmallows in, and then you take it off the stove and you start stirring in the Rice Krispies, it's a game changer. Hi, Miss Mina Bun is extremely cute. Low anxiety. Take that little Miss Mina Bun and crush her softly. Just kidding. Just, Robin? I feel like we would get along in real life. Kerrygold butter. Yes. Kerrygold salt. Dude. I didn't mean to say dude. Exclamation of neutral dudes. Salted. Salted butter is a game changer unless you're trying to watch your blood pressure. Then ignore the suggestion. Salted butter is a game changer for your Rice Krispies. Or halvesies. Half salt, half unsalt. And then still brown it. Wait, do you never make You never made Rice Krispies? Wait, what? Do you not have Rice Krispie cereal? If you came to my channel and you're like, oh my God, we came here for MLM, just skip forward. Just ignore the Rice Krispies. Hold on. Okay. Broken waffles. Do you know the Muffin Man? Do you have this cereal in Greece? Let me know. And then, I'm sure you have delicious butter. Do you have No, I just want marshmallows. Do you have... But you don't have this? Do you have little puff kind of cereal that's like this, that's made of rice? Okay, next time you go to the grocery store, can you post a picture in Discord of the cereal that you have option-wise that is made out of rice? It doesn't taste good by itself. However, you get butter and then you get marshmallows, okay? You can make marshmallows, but it's too much work, so you get to buy marshmallows. Okay. Then you get marshmallows. Then you get delicious butter. Okay? I know. You're like, DC, you're very easily distracted. I introduced and pre-prepared you that I am chaos personified. Okay? Then you get... I'm sure Broken Waffles has the best butter that we all would be very jealous of. However, do not get the unsalted one of these. Get the salted. Okay? But whatever butter that will make us jealous, get that. Okay? Brown the butter. Alright? Melt it and then brown it. Don't burn it. Just brown it. Alright? Get the salted one. Then you add the marshmallows. Combine it. Combine these two, the marshmallows. I'm wiggling it on screen. Combine the marshmallows with the browned butter. And then you take it off the stove. And then you stir in the crispy puff cereal. And then you mash it into a pan, like a 9x12 pan. Then you let them cool to the point where you don't burn your fingers, and then you can pull them out and eat them when they're still hot if you want. Or you can be an adult and let them fully cool. Okay? Take us to the grocery store if you need to. We will help you. Because it is life-changing. It's delicious. All right? I'm going to have like 20,000 people unsubscribe from my channel because they're like, oh my God, we know what Rice Krispies are. A greased pan. Ranger Kathy, come to save the day. A greased pan. Okay? Grease it first. Hi, my acorn. Yes, the golden acorn. I have an eye appointment next week. Lo, I still don't know what is causing me to have migraines. I'm so sorry. This is honestly the best cooking tutorial I've ever seen. Broken Waffles the other day when I was doing an unboxing on Members Only Live. I don't remember exactly how the phrasing went, but was something to the effect of, I'm so glad I don't come to your channel for unboxing videos. And I, honestly, the backhanded compliment made me so happy. So, here we go. This is Amber DeLoof. She used to be in Modere. And she recently went to Frequence. She was one of the individuals who got those awful voice messages from John Melton. She was also sued by... She was also an advocate. She was sued by... I think she was sued by Advocare for cross-recruiting. She was sued with Jesse Lee Ward by Advocare for cross-recruiting when she went to Modere. If you love a backstory like I do, I literally want to know every single thing about every single person. If that's not for you, that's fine. Go along your merry way. I I think this F is for Frequency because it looks like their font, but... Oh, and there's a little mushroom in the background. Oh no, her background's going to distract me, but that's okay. It has nothing to do with multi-level marketing. Okay. All right, let's listen to her, and we won't get distracted. Right? Right. Okay. And here, let me clear this up. Let me clear this up. Let me redact my statement and clear this up for the entirety of the channel. Broken Waffle said, DC, I love you so much, but thank God your channel isn't unboxing based. Manny's Geek, what's up? Hello. Nikki, let me introduce you to the delight of the new after 24 months of membership song. We're going to play the whole thing. I hope it doesn't burn my channel down.
Well, when I was a kid, I'd take a trip every summer down to Mississippi, visit my granny and her antebellum world. I'd run barefooted all day long, climbing trees, free as a song. One day, I happened to catch myself a squirrel. Well, I stuffed him down in an old shoebox and punched a couple holes in the top. When Sunday came, I snuck him into church. I was sitting way back in the very last pew, showing him to my good buddy Hugh. When that squirrel got loose, went totally berserk. But what happened next is hard to tell. Some thought it was heaven, others thought it was hell. But the fact that something was among us was plain to see. As the choir sang, I surrender all, the squirrel ran up Harv Newland's coveralls, and Harv leaped to his feet and said, something's got a hold on me! Yeah! The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and shouting, hallelujah. Well, Harv hit the out dancing and screaming. Some thought he had religion, others thought he had a demon, and Harv thought he had a weed eater loose and he screwed the looms. He fell to his knees to plead and beg, and that squirrel ran out of his breeches leg unobserved to the other side of the room. All the way down to the amen pew where sat Sister Bertha Better Than You, who'd been watching all the commotion with sadistic glee. Should have seen that look in her eyes when that squirrel jumped her garters and crossed her thighs. She jumped to her feet and said, Lord, have mercy on me. As that squirrel made laps inside her dress, she began to cry and then to confess to sins and make a sailor blush with shame. She told of gossip and church dissension, but the thing that got the most attention was when she talked about her love life. And then she started naming names. The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and shouting, hallelujah. 7 deacons and the pastor got saved, and $25,000 was raised, and 50 volunteered for missions in the Congo on the spot. And even without an invitation, there were at least 500 rededications, and we all got rebaptized whether we needed it or not. Now you've heard the Bible story, I guess, how he parted the waters for Moses to pass. Oh, the miracles God has wrought in this old world. But the one I'll remember till my dying day is how he put that church back on the narrow way with a half-crazed Mississippi squirrel. The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and shouting, hallelujah. The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula.
Thank you so much, Nikki, for being here for was it 27 months? I think it was 27 months. 27 months a member. I remember when I remember day one of streaming. And I remember the first time someone showed up in a live chat. And then I remembered, and I still, to this day, I am surprised when people show up to a live chat. To this day, in 2025. And then I remember thinking to myself, okay, one person showed up and I looked at my watch hours and I said, okay, if I need 4,000 watch hours, I just need to make 4,000 more videos and at least then I can have my watch hours done. And I don't know how I'm going to get enough subscribers, but I will at least know how to do the watch hours. And then when I remember the day I got monetized, and I think Lynn and Jessica and Charlene were the first people to become members, and I was like, what the heck's going on? And Jessica teases me all the time about paying to be my friend, but the people who like pay for memberships, it's like, well, I'm not gonna cry. Anyways, thank you so much. I'm very grateful. Y'all members know why I'm so grateful, but thank you very much. And subscribers, I'm grateful. I'm very, very grateful. So thank you very much. Now, let's listen to the fuckery of Frequency. Heather, I'm glad you're here. It's so good to see everybody. I hope that the little squirrel things bring a little bit of joy to everybody. I know we've all been having kind of like a hard few weeks and stuff, so I'm glad you're all here. I truly am. I wish I could double like for that song, Crafting Joy. I know. Oh, me too. All right. This is Frequency. This is Amber DeLoof. She is a huge leader in multi-level marketing. She has jumped from Advocare to Modere to Frequency. So let me know if the sound's bad. Don't lie and say it's too low. Just let me know.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to let everyone know that we are getting it going here, because I know we had people who were waiting, and I can see the chat now. All right. Hey, I see numbers going up. Hi, guys. Happy Friday. Welcome. Sorry for the slight delay here. We had some miscommunications of how we were making this happen. We went from live to Zoom to I thought we weren't going to go webinar style. And so there was just some confusion on our parts over here. So I have the chat open. Welcome. Happy Friday. Remind your teams. We have 45 on.
Apologies. If you see cuts, it's because I took out the pauses and the filler words, and then I blended the pauses together because I don't like the clicks. Even though I know I have dirty audio, I'm trying to fix it. I'm waiting until YouTube payday so I can pay somebody in England £50 so he can give me a tutorial, because I still don't know how to fix this shit. So the chaos continues. Manny's Geek. Thank you so much. I don't have a song for upgrading the membership, but Catherine Tate might be the right person to do this. Here we go.
Wide world of sports is going on here.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here? Thank you so much. I'm very grateful. Thank you. If anybody has upgraded a membership or isn't in the Discord for, it's for members, but there's the members link. Here we go. Thank you so much.
I love it. Even with the last minute, it's good to see you too, Tina Joe. Even with the last minute, you guys showed up with over 40 on here on a Friday during the day. And so I'm so stoked. Hey guys, do me a favor. It is June 13th. You know what? I don't think this is an income claim. It's payday. What is one thing you're excited to be able to do with your frequent money today? Drop that in the comments for me.
Hey, okay. I'm sorry. Hey, yeah, it is an income claim because you didn't do an income disclosure statement before you said, hey, what are you going to do with your payday money? You've been in multi-level marketing for a million years. I'm sorry. We'll wait till 3 minutes. I'm sorry. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh my God. Yes.
Well, we're moving on now. To the side. To a deluxe apartment in the sky.
It's okay, Manus Geek. It's fine. I'm sorry. It's okay. I know you're trying to do it sneakily, but Ecam was like, no, we're going to tell everyone.
Even if it's just like, I'm buying me, look, maybe you're going to Starbucks, getting you a Starbucks today. I'm actually taking my kid to Ulta today because we're actually going to talk about why I'm taking her to Ulta in a little bit. And we'll talk about why I'm getting dragged to Ulta and Starbucks today. We're going to do that. New swimsuit. I love that. Product. Lip, see, I love lip gloss. I don't know what a tiger bag, like, is it a bag that's like a brand or it has a tiger on it? I have questions. All of our bills. I'll be going to Ulta. I'll just be following my 11-year-old around. So dinner with the hubs. Make sure you guys are, when you reply, change it to everyone so we can all see it. So, all right, let's get rolling, shall we?
Oh no,
if you're
Heather.
new to me, my name is Amber Duluth. I am a diamond here at Frequenz. I have been here since February of last year, and I did this training last year, but this training, this training is not new. I have been doing this training for 5 or 6 years to my teams throughout the years. And I'm always like, you guys don't know me maybe that well. And so thanks, Tina Jo. It's getting cut this week. See, there's my ADHD. I haven't had my mushroom juice yet because it's been a bit of a day. But every summer I do this training, and it has always been called Summer Doesn't Suck, You Suck. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, because it got your attention.
Sorry, I'm going to let her go till a few more seconds, but summer doesn't suck, you suck? Ew.
You guys were like, Amber's going to tell me I suck. Let's hop on here, right? It's always been called that. And I want to tell you a little bit of why it's always been called that. So, because I believe that words hold power. I think we all know that at this point. And so one of the things I realized is that people speak certain things into existence. And I'm going to give you an example. Okay. If you have a 9 to 5, you hate Mondays. Mondays are the worst. And I always say this, you hate Mondays, maybe she's not too fond of you either. Okay. But you hate Mondays. Mondays are the worst. On Sunday, you already start stressing about what Monday is going to look like, right?
It's payday, free money today. Drop in the comments, summer doesn't suck, you suck. Starting with payday and calling commissions free money sets a party tone before any numbers, and then a title that blames the viewer for outcomes. Deceptive marketing flag, payday hype plus prompts acts like social proof, emotional. If you're here because money is tight, you're not weak. Pressure wrapped in pep talk is still pressure. Rude. Just literally rude. She's been doing this for 6 years, and she said words hold power, and yet she continues to be a bully. She continues to use words to tear people down just to get their attention. Okay. Or you can be in an MLM and be stressed every single day. Yes, Stephanie. Summer doesn't suck, you suck. I should have just put that on the thumbnail. Summer doesn't suck, you suck. You've been doing this for 6 years and nobody said, hey, you know what? Your training is awful. You know what sucks? Being rude to people for no reason. Cool. Brittany, no way. I'm always down for a good frequent session because I was a part of that whack company, OMG. What team were you? Do you wanna secretly, like, I'm just like nosy as hell. You wanna campsite me what team you're a part of? Does anyone want to campsite me information? Nightbot is a little sassy sometimes, but if you want to, like, send me nosy AF stuff, you can campsite me. Nightbot's gonna... Even if someone did tell her the training was awful and rude, I highly doubt she'd listen. Oh yeah, because we're just little, like, you know, peasants not making enough money to be meaningful to her because her training's way better than anything we could ever tell her, right? She does have the F in the background, and it's the same font as on her shirt, the Frequency font. And look, she has little mushrooms. She has little mushrooms over here. And she has a little, I think that's the Frequency container. There's everything, though, is on the same line. She doesn't have any contrast. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not, that doesn't make her MLM bad. It's just, there's just holes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Stop. Did you know that you can download all of the videos without having to screen record them? Oh, God. Another point, if her own sales end up dropping during the summer for whatever reason, does that mean she also sucks, or is that for everyone else? That's only for everyone else, because if her stuff drops, it's just a fluke. But everyone else, if that happens, it's just because they're not working hard enough. Right? Can I ask you a question? I know, I was supposed to change my screen because I yell at everybody else for doing this. Can I just ask you a question? Can I just ask, where's Catherine? Catherine, please come to the front of the store. Catherine Tate, where are you? We need you. Catherine.
Can I ask you a question though?
Just wait.
But can I just ask you a question? I only want to ask you a question. Can I ask you a question? I'm just asking you a question. Can I ask you a question?
Why is it so funny for parents to shit on their kids in these Zoom calls and make it seem like it is just the biggest drag in the world to spend time with their kids when they're off the Zoom and not working their MLM business? Like, oh my God, I have to, like, go to the store with my kid in Ulta and Starbucks and, like, it's just awful. Are you serious? If their kid heard that, their parents saying that would, like, that wouldn't make them feel good. That'd be pretty shitty, right? That would be pretty fucking shitty. In my opinion. If the kid heard you say that. If her sales drop, it's because of her downline, right? If her commission drops, it's because of her downline. Yes. I don't know how much she's actually selling. So.
You get up, you're annoyed. You're immediately annoyed on a Monday, right? Like, it's Monday. I hate Mondays. Okay. You get out of bed, you stub your freaking toe because, you know, you weren't paying attention, but it's Monday's fault. Like, of course I stubbed my toe. Mondays suck, right? And then you go and you brush your teeth and you're like leaving 5 minutes early, but somehow you end up 10 minutes late to work. And then you get to work and you've got freaking toothpaste on your shirt and you're like, of course, it's Monday. This is what happens on Monday. Okay, that's actually not Monday. Mondays don't suck, you suck. The way that you see Mondays sucks. And that's your fault. You spoke that into existence. It's the same way that we say things like,
yes,
when it
Amy.
rains, it pours. What else could go wrong? Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Because the universe goes, we'll see what else we can make go wrong. Okay. You know, I have always believed that.
Coco, let me give you the TLDR. Number one, oops, Coco. We did talk about the best Rice Krispie recipes at the beginning, which was a little bit off topic, but we didn't go too off topic, but we kind of felt like the Rice Krispie recipe was important. Anyways, we're talking about Frequenz. We're talking about Amber DeLoof, who was in Advocare. Then when she went to Modere, she was sued by with Jesse Lee Ward for potentially allegedly cross-recruiting people into Modere. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. It's just kind of allegedly a little bit, in my opinion, a villain backstory, which I love a backstory. And now we are listening to a training from Amber DeLoof that she's done for the last 5 or 6 years called Summers Don't Suck, You Suck, which just is so delightful. And after this training, she's super irritated to take her kid to Ulta and to Starbucks. And she's asking people about what they're going to do with their payday checks. And she's like, that's not an income claim, except it is because she didn't show the income disclosure statement before she asked people what they were going to do with their paychecks. So she knows so much about Section 5 of the FTC Act. Be still my beating heart. That's the TLDR so far.
That words hold power, and sometimes in the worst ways. And, you know, I shared this with the leadership, but I'm gonna share it here. And this is kind of a dark one, but I'm gonna share it anyway, because I want you to understand how powerful this is. For those of you who don't know, in October, I was diagnosed with melanoma, and I had a biopsy. I've had excisions before, and they really suck. They do suck. Okay, they actually suck. I don't suck, they suck. And I had a biopsy done, and I came home to my husband, and I was really upset. And he's like, babe, it was just a biopsy. Like, we don't even know, because men, like, what is it like to live in that world? He's like, we don't even know what it is yet. Like, let's not stress about it. And I remember very vividly when I was crying, I said, I'm not even scared of the C word. I just don't want another excision. I'm not afraid of the C word. I just don't want another excision. And 72 hours later, I got the call that not only would I require excision, but I had invasive malignant melanoma. And in that moment, I realized that excisions actually weren't that scary. And I spoke cancer into existence. And
no, you did not. No, you did not. No, you did not. No, you did not. Number one, empathy for her, empathy for... Oh, no, you did not. Empathy for her and her having malignant cancer. Her having cancer, 100%. That's awful. Yeah. This is a very delicate topic. She did not speak cancer into existence. We'll just stop there. Apologies. She did not speak cancer into existence. Trigger warning. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. She did empathy for your journey, empathy for your healing, and also that's not how science works. No. I say this with aggressiveness of no. No. Cancer's not a punishment. No. It's not even an appeal to emotion. It's her misunderstanding science. It's her misunderstanding, like, lots of different things. She's not even I don't think she's even using this as a way to manipulate people. I think it's just her. I don't even know what it is. There are some. I don't even want to get there. I don't even want to go there until we hear the rest of her stuff. God. Oh my God.
That stuck with me because it became very clear that I was no longer afraid of the excision that I had been so afraid of. Now I had something else. And it's because I spoke. And look, I'm not saying I gave myself cancer, but I'm saying when we say certain things, we start to find certain things.
Then why do you tell people that they suck? If you believe that words have that much power, then why do you tell people that they suck? That's my question. If you believe that words have that much power, then why do you tell people that they suck? That's my question. But you did not give yourself cancer. Absolutely not. Even if you believe that you gave yourself cancer, you did not give yourself cancer. I don't believe in manifestation mindset because if you take that thought pattern to its conclusion, it has to apply to everything. She's saying, and she's smiling about it. Fuck no. Sorry. It's just a fuck no. I'm like, I keep pausing it and I'm not supposed to. I'm like, we're going to do every 3 minutes. And now I'm like, I'm raging every minute. I'm raging every minute. Oh my God.
Right? Hey, Jenna, we start to find certain things. And what I mean by that is, if you've read this Self-Sabotage No More, I'm talking about this all the time since Barb sent it to me, but we go on autopilot and we start to think about the things that we are speaking into existence and it shows up, right? I told them on the gold call the other night, I picked like this super special color of my vehicle. Okay. I didn't think anyone else had it. And now I see
it. So children don't manifest cancer. There is some studies that have been going on since the 90s where they have been looking at the correlation between trauma in children and their susceptibility of getting disease, like getting sick when they get older. Not like a cold, but like cancer or like harsher things like that, which it does not. It is heartbreaking and it doesn't seem fair. And there are things that these studies have been going on since like mid to late 90s, and you don't hear about it. And it's not that kids give themselves that. It has to do, and I'm sure Amy or somebody smarter can talk about it. It's awful to think about because you think about it's not kids manifesting it for themselves. You think about how unfair it is that something awful happened to somebody that cannot advocate or protect themselves, and on like a genetic level, the ACE score. Yes. Y'all know better than me. Exactly. And then what can therapy do to impact that score positively to reduce the risk of them getting those awful like diseases, if that makes sense. And it was very hard for me to wrap my mind around it several years ago. And then when I went into psychiatric hospital and then the partial hospitalization program and then outpatient program, like learning about it, it's like, it's still hard. It's a mind fuck to even think about it. It's very difficult, and it's not a kid or an adult or whatever giving it to themselves or manifesting it or whatever. It is not. It is not even somebody who gets sick and then does not put themselves in the right mindset, and then because that person's not in the right mindset, they don't do the right things to make sure that they can heal themselves. If that, like, that's not that either. It's this type of thinking is so toxic, and I still hope that she has 100% clear panels and that she gets better from her cancer. Two things can be true at the same time. I still think her mindset is fuckery, and I hope she has 100% a clear bill of health.
Everywhere. It turns out it feels like the only color they make that car in is the color that I picked, right? And so because my brain is now on autopilot, I didn't see it before, but now I see it all of the time. And so when you start to say things like Mondays suck, guess what the universe is going to find? It is going to find all of the ways to make that true for you. You're going to see all of the ways that's true. You know what you could have seen instead on Monday?
That's not manifestation.
When you left 5 minutes early but showed up 10 minutes late, that maybe by leaving 5 minutes early, you missed that big accident on the road that you didn't even know happened. But because you left at that time, you made it, right? And you could have said, you were so lucky that you even got up and, like, I don't know, stubbed your toe because you could get out of bed. But you didn't see that. You were so busy finding all of the negative ways that you could hate something, okay? And I want to just tell—
oh my God, I just need a break from her for a second. There is, from my understanding, there is some, and I don't remember what you focus on. There is some neuroscience, and I don't remember what it is. Like, what you focus on, you end up thinking about, like, you think about a red car, and then you see more red cars. I don't remember what that's called. But Brittany, yeah. I mean, I got into a fight with my therapist an inpatient about it. So, yeah, I hate it. I'm not a fan. She said, words hold power. She said, I spoke cancer into existence. She said, we can just stop there. Again, I don't know if I can say this enough. I'm sorry for her melanoma. That's so heavy. And saying that she spoke cancer into existence drifts. This is probably too light to say, like, into magical thinking. But post hoc, ergo propter hoc, pseudoscience, fuckery. I mean, I don't know, logical fallacy. Can we even say that? I guess we can. Where's my post hoc? What is the post hoc ergo propter hoc fallacy, or false cause? Believing that because one event happened after another, the first event caused the second. For example, I joined the MLM and then got a promotion, so the MLM must be responsible for my success. I think that's part of what she. I think that she definitely, like, fell into that for sure. And again, the pseudoscience, the mindset can shape habits and not malignant cells. And someone who's better at all the science, like Amy and the other smart people in the chat, can better word all this. I'm not good at words, but I've got strong feelings about it because of people that I've lost to cancer. I'm passionate about what others say about giving yourself cancer and why people lose their battle to cancer. I'm very heated about that. David said, the universe is not a vending machine, nor is it conscious. Oh my God. Here's my question. Another question. I'm uncomfortable. What? I mean, I think we need a claim for health. What claim? We're sitting here, like, let's say you were sitting, like, for the viewers. Obviously, if you're a viewer, if you're looking at Frequency, if you were even willing to click on this video and you were looking to join Frequency and you even made it this far, obviously, you know I'm heated about this. I'm heated about this because who's following the rules at this point? Amber's not. Amber also thinks that she gave herself cancer. Okay, she hasn't even talked about the products yet. She just said, I haven't taken my mushroom juice yet. Okay, set that aside. She's made a lot of claims. She made a lot of health claims. She's made a little bit of money claims. Okay, yeah, we're only 6 minutes in. All right, fine. I definitely think we need some follow-up. We need some, where's the science of her to back up what she said? She hasn't given us any, other than, we've brought the logical fallacies that she said so far. She doesn't really have a leg to stand on, like, and you're expected to sit through this type of quote-unquote opportunity call? I don't know. It definitely is falling flat so far, in my opinion. Yes, Crafting Joy. By saying she spoke cancer into existence, she is implying other people also spoke theirs into existence. By that logic, even kids manifested it. It's bullshit. Exactly, Broken Waffles. 100%.
Tell you that your default, generally negativity is the easiest thing to default to. It is the easiest thing to default to is the negativeness, 100% of the time. And so when something bad happens, you don't look around and think, oh, I missed out on this and how lucky was that? You see the really bad stuff. And so I wanted to start with that because that's where this entire training stemmed from, was this constant negativity of all I heard in this industry was summer sucks. Don't even try it. Like, don't even work. Summer is going to suck. Just enjoy your summer. If you enjoy your summer with zero prep and zero consistency, summer's not going to suck. Fall's going to suck. New Year's is going to suck. Spring is going to suck. When people are hitting all of the ranks that you wish you were hitting, you're going to be complaining that each new season sucks because you're going to find that. Okay. And so that's where it came from. And I want to tell you that historically in this industry, September is bad. Do you know why September historically is bad in this industry? Because everything we do impacts 90 days from now. Everything we do in this industry and in our businesses impacts 90 days out. So June, July, August, September. If you did nothing in June, guess what happens in September? Nothing good. Nothing good because you didn't do the work. And so, we talk about manifesting and I talk about how our words have power, but at the same time, if you start talking positive stuff without putting in the action, you're also not manifesting anything. And so here's what I want you to repeat. And I said this on the Gold Zoom and I've said it on my Zooms and I'm repeating it everywhere to everyone until everyone hears me and everyone says it. Okay. My mantra when I wake up and throughout the day, when I start to feel a little bit negative, and it happens to the best of us. I had a friend message me last night because of a post I made in my stories. And she's like, I just need to get back there. You always have so much confidence. And I think it's clear to my closest friends on social media when I start to get quiet. The average person doesn't notice it, but I do because I have the same negative self-talk as the rest of you. So what I'm repeating in a constant stream of consciousness now is money is coming at me from all directions.
Oh my God.
I don't know where it's coming from, but I'm accepting it. Money is coming at me from every direction. I don't know where it's coming from, but but I'm accepting it. And
is it coming at you in an ethical way? Or is it coming at you from people who are giving it to you because they believe the bullshit that you're spewing? Allegedly. Huh? What? Oh, sorry.
I'm running my day with that, and I'm looking for all the ways and all the things that are bringing money to me. Okay? And so, how we speak matters. Now, let's get into how you can make your summer not suck. How's that sound to you? Like, unless you want your summer to suck, you do you. Okay, so we're going to talk about your basics, the things that you need to be doing and the conversations you need to be having with yourself. Okay, how many of you have kids in real school? How many of you are coming up on
real school?
Your kids are getting out of school. Like, are your kids out of school yet? Or when do your kids get out of school? Okay, because here's the thing. I'm not here to say
my chicken nugget in Christ.
I'm here to say we have to figure.
Nick, you're slaying it right now. Yesterday, I don't know, like, unstoppable. My chicken nugget in Christ? Oh my God.
Figure out a way to get through the summer where we are doing the things so that our summer does not suck. Okay? Oh my God, the 18th? That feels so late. Okay, I asked this for a reason. Now that your kids are home, how's it feel? How's your household feel right now? Now that your kids are out of school and they're home, how's it feel? Are you feeling a little like overwhelmed, overstimulated? You know, is your schedule all out of sorts?
Hey Amber, can I just ask you like a couple questions? I'm not a mom, but how come every single time you talk about children, is pretty damn negative? Maybe the parents in the chat can let me know. It seems pretty interesting that you're maybe using, is it enemy marketing? You're making children the enemy so that they will be on board with what you have to offer in the your summer doesn't suck, you suck. Get to work this summer, even if you're busy, because of course you're busy. Your home feels like shit because your kids are home. Because of course hanging out with your kids is shitty. Of course hanging out with your kids is shitty because I'm just going to tell you, I don't want to go to Ulsa with my kid. I don't want to go to Starbucks with my kid. Are you crazy? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Have you lost the plot? Time is so short.
I'm laughing. I'm over here laughing in homeschool mom because I don't feel sorry for any of you. My kids are always home. Okay. There it is. Amanda's like, us homeschool mom. We have no idea. Okay. We have no idea. My kids have been out of school since the Thursday before Memorial Day. Okay. I don't know what that feels like because I'm living in total chaos 100% of the time. Except in the summer, my kids don't have bedtimes, which is a chaos all of its own, okay? So I asked this for a reason because this is when it becomes really easy for you to go inside of yourself. I get it. Kids at home are overstimulating. I know I joked about it, but I get it. Like I was in that position at one point. Your schedule is a disaster. Your kids are there. You're trying to figure things out. And you're like, sure, Amber, it's so easy for you to say blah, 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 but I work a full-time job. My kids are home and blah, 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 blah. And in therapy today, I told my therapist, I was like, dude, I used to work 4:45 in the morning until 1:15. I would come home, do homework, and then go to night school until 10 p.m. to get my degree and start all over again. So I know what building in chaos looks like.
I know better than you, and so you better listen to me. That's appeal to authority. That's appeal to authority when she's not even the authority figure. If you enjoy your summer with zero prep every season, will suck. Everything we do impacts the 90 days out. I mean, the 90-day frame keeps you grinding now for a win later. I mean, ask for typical results, not... I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what... I don't know, like the 90-day, what am I trying to say? We saw Jesse Lee doing this. We see other leaders doing this where they have a 90-day run. Courtney Shortney does this. The Empire used to do this. The go live for 90 days so you can see what happens on the 91st day. So you can see what happens in the 4th month. The 90-day frame, the 90-day like grind keeps your head down for a win later, even if you're not getting any type of like financial return. It just keeps, and you don't really like, you're not even checking to see if you're okay in those 90 days, just for a win later, hoping for a win later. Ask for typical results and not best cases. Outcome, I mean, that's an FTC violation. My brain is so fried from trying to learn all the FTC stuff, and I know it's boring as hell when I talk about it on stream, but it's like, and I know the FTC is so small, and it's so like, it rips my soul out because the DSA has so much money and how they lobby to keep themselves out of trouble and keep MLMs, quote unquote, out of trouble. Yeah. Anti-MLM can help pivot like public opinion, but it's, when you think about how much money they have to move around, it's discouraging. It's so discouraging. And you know, the FTC can say, you know, outcome promises need clear like typical earnings statements, or like need to have like clear and typical earnings like written. They don't do that in Frequency. They don't do that in Prove It, in my opinion. They don't do that in when Advocare was around. Like, that's why Advocare, that's one of the reasons Advocare had to restructure. Like, Modere is no longer around. They don't do that in Amare, to what I know. Like, nobody follows the rules. Why am I going to cry about it? It literally is upsetting because people literally get hurt in MLMs. And then the big people in MLMs, like the presidents and all the C-suite, are like, well, those little independent contractors can leave anytime they want. And all these reps at the top, like Amber DeLufe and whatever, and Marina Simone are like, well, those independent contractors can leave anytime they want. We're not forcing them to be here. Okay. Fine. Cool. Whatever. Regulations who? That's a good point, Rachel. The FDA may be the better route since they just went after Hims, Lilly, and Novo for their weight loss GLP-1 claims. That's a good point. And Aaron just did an Amare video about GLP-1 stuff and one about the GLP, and her stream today about the GLP-1 pixie stick stuff. I'm getting irritated. Think fudge for coffee. It's just, you know, and people, I hate that crying is one of my regulatory things. I feel very deeply angry that a lot of people have been harmed by MLMs and the callous way that it's fine. It's not fine. It's just I don't know. It's just tough to like watch some of these trainings and watch how many trainings there are and watch how many people keep joining, and it's like it feels like you're watching you think you have enough sandbags to prevent water come into a house because it's flooding outside, and the water keeps coming in, and you like you're overwhelmed, you know?
So no, it's not easy to look at some of your diamonds and think, oh, they have it easy. We've all done the hard things. I've survived a lot of summers in this industry. And so you have the power to have your biggest months ever, especially in June and July, man. June and July are like sexy months in the summer, and you can't tell me otherwise. Okay, so here's what we have to do. We have to start figuring out our minimums for the summer, but more than that, we have to be really consistent. And I said this to the golds, and I'm going to say it here, and hopefully none of the golds disagreed with me and don't like that I'm going to share this. How many of you feel like you post with attraction marketing? How many of you are posting with attraction marketing? How many are you are posting with curiosity? Okay, you try, me. Okay, the way that we've historically done attraction marketing is dead. I'm going to keep saying that, and I'm going to keep training on it, and the people who train otherwise are going to hate it, but I'm going to keep saying it. I've been in this industry since 2009. I have done everything from flyers on my wall, because that's what got us business back in the day, to curiosity posting, to attraction marketing. The way that we market these days is different. And I'm
well,
going to
then
say this
train
to you.
on it.
If you are not direct about what you're selling, and I am not saying put up a flyer, okay? I am not saying put up a sales flyer.
Then
but if
train.
you're not doing regular selfies with your Rise and Source and telling them 100% how it helped you in their face, how did it help you? You're missing the boat, because they're not going to buy it from you, but they're going to buy something out there like that. There's tons of things out there that do very similar things that do not have half of the ingredients that we have. They're going to buy it from an Instagram influencer. They're going to buy it from a TikTok influencer. They're going to buy it on Amazon, because you're not being clear and concise with what you're offering your people. You're just not. You're hiding behind all of these fancy words.
Do you understand what you can and cannot say as a fucking supplement? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so aggressive. Actually, I did. There are restrictions to protect the consumer. There are guardrails for your supplement to protect the consumer. Do you not understand that? She's like, be so specific about what it did for you. Hello? What?
And all of these like curious things, and they don't care. How can you help them? That's what they want to know. They don't want the hiding behind and the secretive stuff. I know. They don't want you to be secretive. They want to know, what are you going to do? How are you going to help them?
Okay. How does your household feel right now? Figure out your minimums, be really consistent. If your minimums cost more than you make, then they're not minimums, they're debt. I mean, I guess we can talk about the other fuckery in a minute. It's just don't go into debt for multi-level marketing. Over 99% of people lose money, don't make any money, or go into debt for multi-level marketing. And if you decide at this point, well, I'm going to join regardless of what DC says, okay, it's your decision. You're the best person to make the final decision on this MLM stuff on Frequency, because you're the one that has to live with the consequences of your behavior. That's not me being manipulative. That's just the truth. I'm telling you, don't go get a credit card to join Frequency. Don't do Affirm to do Frequency. Don't do Klarna to do Frequency. Your upline is going to make a commission off of every single purchase that you make in Frequency. Don't do the end of the month, oh my God, let's keep our upline at the rank she's at. Everyone just spend $100 so they can rank up. Okay, it's end of year. Everyone just needs to spend $400 so our upline can be $1 million earner. Don't do that shit. Learn how to sell, and also don't break the FDA rules, don't break the FTC rules, and understand how much of an upcharge every single product is, because the company wins every single time that you buy a product, because all of that extra money is built in to pay out the multiple levels above you. Understand the compensation plan before you join. If your upline is pressing you to make a decision right then, I think it's an exigency fallacy, or it's an equivocation. I'm going to play it because I can. I'm going to stop playing if I choose the wrong one. Where is it? Okay, dear God. What is the exigency fallacy? Claiming something must be done immediately because of an urgent need, even if that urgency is fake. For example, act now. This once-in-a-lifetime MLM opportunity is disappearing before your eyes. There's nothing in multi-level marketing that has to be done right now. The person you're signing up with may say like, oh my God, we have to do this. If it's at the end of the month, they're having to do it right then because they're trying to get a certain number of people because it's the end of the month. I say trust me, like, I was in 2 MLMs. The amount of comp plans that I've read, the amount of Zoom calls I've snuck into, the amount of multi-level marketing videos that I've watched, just trust me, for the love of sanity. And don't go to Frequency, dear God. Brittany, who was in Frequency, like, please don't go to Frequency. Please don't go to Frequency. I don't know. I don't even know if they have an income disclosure statement. Money. Do they even have an income disclosure in Frequency? Did they have one before? I'm like, have we broken one down? Oh. Okay, income disclosure. I don't know why they named it Frequency, but, well, I guess I do know why. Oh, they do have... No. The Frequency... Sorry.
The Frequency compensation plan is an exciting opportunity that rewards you for selling products and services and sponsoring other participants to do the same. Although the opportunity is unlimited, individual results will vary on commitment levels and sales skills of each participant. Since Frequency has recently launched, it lacks enough statistical data to prepare reliable income disclosures. There will be certain participants who will earn less while others will earn much more. We're excited about the Frequency compensation plan, and we're confident it will provide you a solid foundation to help you achieve your financial goals. As with all endeavors, hard work and the time you dedicate impact outcomes. If income projections were presented to you prior to your enrollment, such projections are not necessarily representative of the income, if any, that you can earn through your participation in the compensation plan. These income projections should not be considered as guarantees or projections of your actual earnings or profits. Success with Frequency results only from hard work, dedication, and leadership. Okay.
That is done on a Microsoft Word document, and it's a bold Frequency income disclosure, hard return, then non-bolded, and it's done in some type of Arial font. I don't Frequency compensation plan. We do have a compensation plan. Do we want to go over the compensation plan in another video and only have the compensation plan? If it's boring as hell, that's fine. Do we want to do that in another video? Drop a 1 in the chat if we want to do that in the future. Replay crew, you can drop a 1 or say yes. I don't care. Oh, Marina. Marina! Why do we not line up stuff? Marina! Are you serious? Marina! We're gonna have to look at this in Photoshop because we need our guides. Marina! Marina Simone did this? What? Marina? Marina! Oh my God. Okay. That's okay. Marina! Are you serious? Sorry. I keep saying Marina, but like Marina! Okay. Not my company. I'm not gonna say it. It is my problem. God dang it. Are you serious? All right. Good either way. All right. For the income disclosure, there's no letterhead. It is, y'all want to see it? The income disclosure statement. This is the Frequency income disclosure statement. It is on a Microsoft, it is just on a PDF. They exported it from, I don't know, whatever they typed it up in. They have lots of cliffs. If you would never, it doesn't matter. This is ridiculous. If you even did do this, okay, fine. Die on this hill. You need to show this at every single Zoom call you have. If you're going to talk about money at all, the FTC says you need to show this before you talk about money at any single call you have. Any single Zoom call, any single text message, any single individual recruiting where you talk about money, this thing needs to be shown. So, fine. It looks ugly as fuck. You need to show it. If you're looking at Frequency, if you're looking at any MLM, ask for the income disclosure statement. If they don't have one, you ask, how come you are out of regulation with the Federal Trade Commission? They'll say, what do you mean? Say, look at Section 5 of the FTC Act. Where's the income disclosure statement? Where is it?
What is something that they struggle with that you can fix in one glass? And if you're sitting there and you're doing really curious stuff, like I keep telling people, I'm like, some of you think you're doing curiosity marketing and really you're not at all. I read your post and I'm like, are they selling? Or what are they doing?
Show an example.
Like you can't, some of you are so curious that it's a secret and no one knows that they can purchase. Okay. And so you need to be louder. I'm just saying there's a lot of noise on social media. If you're not loud about what you offer, they're not going to get it from you. They're going to get it from somewhere else. Avon, maybe. I don't know. Okay. So I need you to start planning out your content and such. Okay. And so I need you to be louder and I need you to do it. Skin So Soft for the win. Okay. I actually, side note, I just saw that Skin So Soft is on TikTok shop, guys. Isn't that so funny? Okay. All right, let's move on. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a few things. One, we're going to plan our week. All right. On Sundays, whatever day. I have people who are like, gonna work on Sundays. Okay. I don't care if you don't work on Sundays. Take 5 minutes and look at your calendar. Figure out what your week looks like. Okay. If you have to do it on Saturday,
then do it on Saturday. Don't work on Sunday. You don't have to listen to Amber. Guess what? You're an independent contractor. You don't have to listen to Amber. You don't have to listen to Marina Simone. You don't have to listen to Barb Pitcock. You don't have to listen to anybody other than don't break your damn contract you signed with Frequency. That's it. Don't break your contract. If you're at an at-will state, they can fire you for any reason. At any time for any reason. Other than that, you don't have to be on any Zoom call. Yeah, they can shun you, but other than, like, don't treat Amber like she walks on, I don't know, whatever royalty walks on. She doesn't.
Saturday, do it on a Saturday, but I believe that Sundays are for intention. And so in my house, I don't do a lot of work on Sundays unless you count reading on my couch with my feet up, maybe floating in the pool with my Kindle. But I do know that everything I'm doing on Sunday is going to set some intention. And so I look ahead. What am I planning this week? My kids want to go to the zoo, so I got to plan a zoo day, right?
Oh my God, my kids want to go to the zoo, so I have to plan a zoo day. That's just like, I hate doing that. Okay.
A kid that wants to go to Ulta, blah, 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 blah. Someone said no day off for me. Take a day off. Take a day off. Okay. Burnout is real. All right. It's really okay to take a half a day, and do absolutely nothing except for recharge yourself. I will die on that hill. Okay. But you can't take the whole summer off. All right. If one day turns to 2 days and 2 days turns to a week, then we've got a different story. All right. Plan your week. Look ahead. What does your week look like? We are boaters. Okay.
This is very, like, she gives me the former Brittany Anderson vibes, except more chill. Brittany Anderson does not do MLM anymore. She is a content creator. She makes money via branding deals or selling things online. Content generator, whatever they're called. She doesn't do MLM anymore.
I am going to be on the boat a lot this summer. What does that mean for my business? It means that I'm going to have my content already planned out. On Sundays, on Mondays, whatever that looks like to you.
This is the most vague training. She should have. Here, let's go to her. Amber Duluth, Facebook. This is all I'm going to do. Don't worry. She needed to have... Oh my God. So she has her post. Pretend this is an awful post. She needed to have her post on screen. her little post that she's like, oh my God, y'all's post that you're having, she needed to have one post over here, and she could have said, here's a post I grabbed. She could have whited out the top so that nobody knew who it was. And she's like, I went and I adjusted it. Pretend this is adjusted. And I edited it. And this is what I'm talking about. I shortened it. I added a call to action. I added a different picture. I made it specific. I removed the income claims. Blah, blah, blah. Here's another post I took. And I whited it out. And I removed the income claims. And I added more specifics. And I improved the picture. And I blah, blah, blah. You need to show your face. You need to be in better light. You need to stop taking pictures where the window's behind you. You need to put the window in front of your face because nobody likes being blinded by the light. Whatever. Because people need examples because they don't know what they're doing. They need examples. They don't need vague. All right? You're talking about be specific about the products. They don't know what that means. Oh my God. She's been vague. Oh my God, this is such like a great training. What's great about it? It's great. Other than she's told us that we suck. Summer doesn't suck, you suck. She's told us, I plan my content out. Big whoop. We've been told, plan our content out since the beginning of time, since everybody's joined MLM. What does that mean? Oh yeah, we're planning our content out, but we've already been told our content sucks. We don't know what sucks about our content. Okay, cool. We're still confused AF. We're still going to put out shitty content because we don't know what that means. Oh yeah, content on Facebook is significantly different than content on Instagram, which is significantly different than content on TikTok. Do we know why? We know an example of that in Monate. Sometimes the Monate girlies are really big on Instagram, and they're very small on TikTok. And they're very, they're mid on Facebook. Why is that? We don't know, but the information that they're presenting doesn't fly across all platforms. Facebook is like Instagram's big sister. Facebook does not want the same type of content on Instagram. Like, it doesn't want to share. It gets pissed off when you're doing the exact same thing. Oh my God. Sorry. Oh my God.
It is time for you to decide how you're posting. Okay. And so I know that Stacy has a really great posting schedule that she trains on. So I'm going to share one also just to give you some ideas. Okay.
Would a visual be an idea? Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be pausing this every 3 minutes. Never mind. I give up.
You do themes like Stacy talks about. Do themes, plan it out, put it in your notes. Because here's the thing. If you have a day planned at the zoo, for example, okay, if you don't have content planned or a selfie posted, like picture taken and ready to post, what are you posting? And I mean, obviously you're.
Why don't you go to the zoo and have a good time with your kids? Huh? Oh, I'm not a parent. What would I know? Oh, I was just a kid and my parents hung out with me at the zoo. Be direct about what you're selling. Okay, that's vague as hell. Don't, don't be so curious that it's a secret. Plan your week. Vague. we get it. Clear selling is better than coy bait. Like, the ethical bar is higher than clarity. It's truth with evidence. Like, we don't see any of that. I'm mad because I can't. I wish I could be working. I haven't worked. Like, I work on YouTube, fine. I roast PowerPoints. I haven't worked a full-time job since 2022 because my body is broken. And I see people out there like this taking advantage of people and just giving the worst advice of all time. Oh, and I know people on her team are just fucking confused and lost because she's an awful teacher. And she's just taking so much money from them, and they think that she has hung the moon and they're not going to wake up for such a long time. It breaks my soul watching this shit.
Family stuff, but like, it's easy for the week, the month, and everything, the summer to get away from you. So My Story Monday, sharing little bits of your pieces of your life. Testimonial Tuesday. I'm going to talk about this forever. Testimonials are great, but if you have people with before and after pictures to show them getting rid of the inflammation, that's huge. Why aren't you sharing that? It's funny because Krista and I were talking and she was like, our entire team looks different. And we went through and every single one of them started putting testimonials before and afters. And I was like, holy.
You can't show before and afters unless you put a disclaimer. Your company can get sued, and so can you. You're just a buzzkill. No. The law is a buzzkill, apparently. Fine. Gamble with your money. Gamble with your money. Gamble with your company's money. Go ahead.
Cow, like, this is real. It's insane. Show them that on Tuesdays. Wednesdays, you can talk wellness or whatever makes you happy on Wednesdays, whatever your value is on Wednesdays. Thursdays, I'm all about really starting to talk about different aspects of the product and how it helps things. So I'm dialing in on overworked moms, potentially with ADHD, and how these little...
You're dialing in on overworked moms with ADHD? Before and afters? The 7 mushrooms, 7 days? Are you serious? And also, before and afters are not controlled studies. And ingredient posts are cherry, like you're cherry picking them. And if there are human trials on the finished products or the finished product, show them. Where are they? Ingredients are not product proof. Stay away from me, please, and thanks. Brandy, let me ask you a question. If you've already told me, or if you've already told other MLM people, and if you don't mind me asking, what got you away from Frequency? It might help somebody who's kind of lurking out there. And let me ask the audience, whoever's still here, what's your rule of thumb for health claims online? Like, when you hear them, what holds you back from accepting them? Or rejecting them? Neil deGrasse Tyson, right? Do we have our Neil deGrasse Tyson? I have a lot of his audio ones. I don't have his visual ones, which I should have just downloaded those already. That would be me. Oh my God. Sometimes I'm like, I just need to breathe for a second. I just need to like, I do this in public a lot. I'm just like, oh my God.
Ingredients help. And so I'm educating on ingredients 1 day a week. 1 day a week, I'm going to say it again. I am educating on ingredients. If you follow Krista Klein White, she just did one on King Trumpet yesterday, I think she did. And it was a post all about King Trumpet and how that helps. Okay. So I'm focusing on some ingredients because after I watched Jenna's training, her 10-minute video, if you're not using it, use it. I'll keep saying it. I'm pulling, guys. You think you don't have value, but do you know how many ingredients you could talk about in here? And here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about those things and put them on a rotation. Every 4 weeks, you could have different.
Let me just remind you, in MLM, if you're a multi-level marketer and you're watching my content, if your product has biotin in it, you can say, my product has biotin and biotin has been proven to do this. You cannot say, my product has been proved to do, and then whatever biotin has been proven to do. You can't say that because biotin is the thing that's been tested and proven to do whatever that is. You have to be specific about the ingredient. You can't say your product has been proven to do something because if it hasn't been proven to do something, you can't say that it has. It's a supplement. It's not a prescription. Okay? Or if it hasn't gone through the testing, you can't say it because there's some obviously supplements that have, like biotin. Go look at the FDA, okay? Anecdotal evidence has a place in science, but it's not what, it's a starting point. It is not like a foundational point, from what I understand. Like trials are what are where you get meaningful testing that can be repeated is where you get meaningful information. From what I'm ask Amy. Like, I'm not the person to ask. I know anecdotal evidence has a place. The anecdotal evidence of multi-level marketing does not, in my opinion, is not it. I agree. I don't think it's enough. I think it's a starting point. I don't think the anecdotal evidence in MLM, I think that is like, it's trash data, in my opinion. But I think it's a very like cloudy starting point, and then you start moving towards, okay, what can we repeat in testing, and then you move forward in the science stuff. Like, okay. Like, where is anecdotal evidence useful in science? So anecdotal evidence is useful in science for generating hypotheses, identifying patterns, and initiating scientific inquiry, especially in fields where structured experiments are challenging. While it's not valid proof, it provides a starting point for further investigation by highlighting potential phenomena informing research questions, and contributing to fields like qualitative social sciences, medicine, and economics. So that's what I was trying to say very poorly. It's not like it's like a squirrely starting point. It's not like it's a starting point to move forward with. It's a starting point. That's what I was trying to say. It's a starting point. And it's why anecdotal evidence is not proof. Lack of control and bias. Anecdotal evidence doesn't control for confounding factors or biases, such as the placebo effect, making it impossible to know if the observed outcome is due to the phenomenon in question or other variables. Small, unrepresentative samples. Anecdotal evidence is often based on a single person or a small group, and these small samples are not generalizable to a larger population. Subjectivity. Personal stories are highly subjective and can be influenced by personal beliefs, making them unreliable for drawing objective conclusions. Confirmation bias. There's a tendency for people to focus on information that confirms their pre-existing beliefs, which can distort the interpretation of anecdotal evidence. Right. Lowest doesn't mean useless. Right. I'm just going to put this in the description so people can read it for later. Sorry, I know this live is kind of squirreling about.
Different ingredients and just rotate it every 4 weeks and it would be good. Do you know that you could technically in your stories talk about one mushroom a day every day of the week? We have 7 mushrooms. There are 7 days, so you could do that. That was neither here nor there, okay? Friday is something maybe personal that you really like, okay? Saturday engagement, Sunday family. But here's what I want you to do. On Sundays, I want you to plan it out. I want you to type out your content. Have it ready to go, because here's what's going to happen. Here's what happens in the summer. You wake up, your kids want to go to the pool, they want to go to the beach, they want to do whatever, and the next thing you know, you get home, it's late, you're tired, you've had dinner, and you've not posted all day, and you haven't done the minimums. And then what happens? You spiral, right? You think that, oh, I shouldn't do this. Maybe I'm not good at this. Summer is too hard. I'm not sure if this is for me. You start filling your head with stories, all the stories about why you can't do something and why it's not good for you and why you're not good at this. Because your brain is on autopilot to think of all the ways that you shouldn't be doing this. You're telling yourself a lot of stories in the summer and you're making a lot of excuses in the summer. So now, I'm not a total hard, okay? I enjoy my summers, but I do a few things to make sure that I'm constantly pulling in new leads and being consistent, okay? Also on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, if you're not talking winning Wednesdays and getting all of those free leads, you are missing the boat, especially in the summer, okay? So what are some of your minimums? Daily post. Daily posting is a minimum, okay? It can be your post, it can be a reel, it can be any of those things, all right? It's a minimum that you're posting every day, all right? If you wake up and you did not plan your content for the week, I'm going to give you 3 types of posts that you could be posting, okay? Just rotate them. It's easy. Curiosity, loud curiosity, okay? Engagement, asking them something, okay? Beach or lake, beach or pool, mountains or beach. There's so many. Like if you have some really great engagement posts, just drop them in the chats. I'm not going to sit here and share them all, but asking your audience a question. If you get your nails done, do the post with, here A, B, C, or D. Which nail design should I do? If you're going to get a haircut, I had one that blew up. I was like, bangs or no bangs?
Hi.
Should I do it? Okay, I was going to do it anyway. I didn't actually care what they said. But I was like, talk me out of it. It blew up.
Hi.
Okay,
It's good to see you.
Questions. Engagement is one of the easiest posts on the planet to make, and it also is one of the easiest ways to boost your algorithm.
It's so good to see you.
Don't overdo it. I see that just popped up. Engagement is so easy. It should be like twice a week max that you're doing that. Okay, twice a week.
Hi.
Curiosity, 2 to 3 times a week. 2 to 3 times a week. I'm just going to say it. 2 to 3 times a week. If you are, I'm doing a post and a reel multiple times a week because it is drawing in attention. And
oh my God, Amber. Daily posting is a minimum, and when I am loud, I sell more. frequency. I sell more frequency, whatever. Frequency straws is science. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't like, do we even like, she's just like ruining our minds right now.
When I do that and I'm loud about it, guess what happens? I sell more. I help more people get started on their journey with Rise and Source, okay? And the third one is value. What kind of value do you bring? Can you bring? Okay, what does that look like? You know, I will point out Stacy as a huge one to follow for value. She's so good at protein and all of the like the quick recipes and that kind of thing. This girl doesn't cook. Okay, my value is through a lot of my melanoma awareness and a lot of my decluttering value that I can bring. So what are things that you're good at that you can share tips on? Those are the things. So value. All right. When in doubt, value post. Do you have a recipe that's really quick? Did you make something tonight for dinner that was Stacy Jobe, Jobe? Yeah. Okay. Did you make a dinner that was really quick and easy? Guys, every time I go to Sam's Club, and you think this doesn't matter, but it does. Every time I go to Sam's Club, they have a...
She dissed everybody else's curiosity posts earlier, but not hers, because everybody else are peasants and she's not. That's the difference. Because she can do no wrong, only we can do wrong. Rachel, that was it.
Pre-cooked chicken in their ready-made section, deli section, and they have a really giant Caesar salad. Okay, I always buy that, and I always buy their $18 to $20 pot pie. Okay, so simple. And I go home and I tell people, like, for $20, we did this chicken Caesar salad for dinner, and then tomorrow we're making wraps with it. And then I fed my family of 5 for a night plus lunches for a few days with this $18 pot pie that's really good. That's value. There are people who don't even realize that's a thing. It's value, and like Stacey just said, everyone eats. So if you cook a quick meal, if you like high protein snacks, if you have tried a protein powder that you love, whatever it is, people need those tips. Are you really good at time management?
You know, it's a little bit disingenuous for me to listen to money tips from somebody who's buying probably over $1,000 worth of products from Frequence every single month. Wouldn't that... You know what I'm saying? Like, am I really going to be listening to money tips from Amber? Maybe that's a fallacy. I just feel like I'd be duped. It's kind of like that guy on TikTok who Kiki Chanel, I think, covered, and so did the Do We Know Them podcast covered, where he was super frugal, and then he said that DoorDash was basically the son of Satan, and then he got a partnership with DoorDash, and he did several sponsorship posts with them, and all of his audience was like, don't you hate DoorDash? But he was like, oh, no, I don't hate DoorDash. And all of his followers were like, yeah, like, we remember every single thing you said about DoorDash. And it was a whole thing. Yeah, I just feel like it's similar situation here, because I know how much people spend on multi-level marketing products and how expensive multi-level marketing products are. I mean, let me just quickly go to Frequency really quick. Let me just spell this correctly. Shop. Watermelon Limerita, $99. Frequency red light mask, $299.99. Rise and Vibe and Protect Calf-Free Bundle, $189.97. Tuned Handled Tumbler, basically a cup that has been charged with a frequency, $149.99. Oh wait, would you like to see this? I'm sure you would. A pet tag, $79. 3 pet tags, $215.97. A gua sha tool, $50. EMF armor, $39.99. I don't know what that is. Reverse, $169.99. I have no idea what these are. $99.99. Rise nootropic tub. How many come in here? Read it, DC. I'm like, I'm gonna do Ob So Proud and Amy So Proud, and I'm going to amount per serving. Serving size 1 scoop, 30. That's for 30 days. $99 for 30 days. So we're supposed to drink Rise, and we're supposed to drink we're supposed to drink Rise. We're supposed to drink the Trace Mineral, so that's $150. We're supposed to do the collagen, so we're at $250. We're supposed to put the face cream on, so that's $310. We're supposed to do the Relieve cream, so $410. So we're supposed to I don't know. This is expensive, right? Why is there a pokey thing? Oh, it's a frequency charged straw. Is this a scam? I'm sorry. Is this a scam? Allegedly? Oh, sorry. What? This is a frequency charged straw. Do I need? Oh, it's free. Wait, what? Is it free? Marina, did you code this website? Oh, these are on sale and you get the straw for free? Be still my beating heart? Check the tumbler and the dog tag. Okay, I'm going. 200 frequencies, EMF protection. What is it protecting me from? It's protecting your drink from what? Infused with
200 frequencies at EMF protection. Infused with over 200 tuned frequencies, this sleek, high-grade tumbler is made to support your natural energy and help keep you in sync wherever your life flows. Wait, what? Hot for 12 hours, cold for 24 hours. Use me to sip your vibe. Ooh, why are there little bubbles here? What? Double-walled insulation, durable 100% stainless steel. What? Leak-resistant insulated lid. Wait, is... I mean, I'm sure other stainless steels are made without BPA and phthalate. Phthalate? Oh my god. Lid, straw, and handle are made out of plastic. But I thought plastic were bad for you. Huh? This won't fit in the top of the dishwasher. Excuse me, Marina. Hello?
Attention, Marina, can you come to the front of the grocery store? This tumbler will not fit on the top of the dishwasher rack. This tumbler will not fit on the top of the dishwasher rack. Can Barb Pitcock and Marina Simone come to the front of the grocery store? Thank you. How do you infuse this with frequencies? Is stainless steel is that receptive to the frequencies? Like, I get scared going to the supermarket and not the chemist to get my vitamins doctor prescribed because they are still expensive. Yeah. How does it maintain the frequencies? How is this supposed to fit in the top row of the dishwasher? Oh, we missed you so much. Literally. I was like, I hope Reese is doing good. And I also am so embarrassed I was saying your name wrong for the entire time. Al, you've missed all the fuckery. I don't understand. Also, if plastic is so bad, then how come the straw is not stainless steel? That's literally the first thing I did on my water bottle. They claim it stays charged for life. I vote bullshit. Does Frequency have like a convention I can sneak into? Because I want to do that. I don't... tumbler, lid, and straw are top rack dishwasher safe. This is very tall. Who has a dish... Listen, chat. Does anyone have a magical dishwasher that this would fit in the top rack? Guess what? My Stanley can be dishwasher safe in the bottom rack. Just hit with a tuning fork 200 times. Good point. How do you... Let me look at the dog. Let me look at the dog tags. Does this make my dog not run away?
EMF protection and frequency tuned. Our pet tag is more than just a collar accessory. It's a lightweight shield with EMF protection tech. EMF blocking tech. And tuned frequencies supporting your pet's natural energy while reducing everyday exposure. Is it because my dog is texting people or what? Is it because it's around telephone poles? Like, what's it around? Protection of your dog. What EMF is... Hello? Cute. What is it around? How is it protecting the entire dog? Jessica, does Bailey need one? Why didn't they Photoshop this hair out right here? It's all I can look at. I just want you to Photoshop that out. How come we didn't clean the collar before we... Okay, forget it. It's not my dog. Not my problem. What are we trying to protect this dog from? Hello? How many EMF is this protected for? Is it 200 times? I want it to be more than the cup. Wait a second. Hello? 200 frequencies. Wait, how much is the dog protected from? Do I need to call them? Oh, I'm going to call them. We're going to call them on Monday. We're going to call them tomorrow. EMF protection. Is it not 200 times? I'm pissed. If it's less than 200 times, I'm not here for it. What happened to your little files? Did they get disconnected? What happened? What happened? What happened? Did they get disconnected? Whoops. We've gone on a squirrel trail. Rip. Is this EMF? Why isn't this EMF? You know? Subscribe to my channel for more fuckery. How much is this? $169. Reverse the clock. Why is this? Reverse the clock. Decrease your bank account. 30. So there's aging is inevitable, but how you age is within your control. Oh shit. Introducing Reverse, a groundbreaking and compounded formula exclusive to Frequency, designed to repair your DNA on every level and help you thrive at every stage of life. That was a really long sentence. Reverse is more than an NAD supplement. Why is there no space after this M dash? It's a science-backed innovation with carefully scientifically sourced. Shouldn't it be scientifically sourced with a hyphen? Premium and patented ingredients, Reverse helps you live your best life by supporting cellular health and overall well-being. If it is a serving size of 2, how come there's 3 here? Use me to... What? Why doesn't this do anything? Hello? It just doesn't do anything. Why is there an arrow? Just do the arrow back up so I can go back. Oh my god, I hate this website. How much do I save if I subscribe? I only saved $10? Fuck no. I hate this website. Contact us? Can I call? Can I call you? Of course not. I can't call you? Really? That's not a scam. Who did this logo? Why are we squiggly? Are you kidding me? Okay, we need to go back to the video. Oh my god, this is so expensive. I have a question. How come this is a metal straw that is not in the EMF cup? I just don't understand. I'm gonna email them. And then I'm gonna... $999! What? A 5-day experience? Oh my god. Rise is a potent nootropic blend supporting cognitive function, mental clarity, and brain health. With 7 organic mushrooms, B vitamins, and 100 milligrams of caffeine. What could I do for $1,000? I don't know. Wait, would I get buy 10, get 1 free? Would I get sassy on this? Wait, where's Jessica? Hey Siri, text Jessica. Hey Siri, text Jessica. Oh my god. No. There is a product on Frequence for $999 and it says 5-day experience bundle, but it's a nootropic. And does that mean that you would feel happy for 5 days, or would you just feel sad because it wouldn't actually make you feel good?
Oh my god. I don't even know. All right, let's get back to the video. This is an awful, awful, awful website.
Have you found tricks to
Hi,
trick your
Ashley.
ADHD into you getting things done? Okay, what I've learned is a lot of people want to focus. Okay, if you found tips to help cut inflammation. Okay, if you found a trick to walking more steps. Okay, one of my most popular posts that always does well is when I talk about drinking more water. This is not water, this is Coke Zero. Don't judge me. I talk about a tip to drink more water is to use a straw. Well, how perfect is that when we have frequency straws? Okay.
The frequency straw is like $50. How are you gonna sell a straw for $50?
Share value. But here's the most important thing. It's about consistency. It's about consistency. The people who show up the most through the summer are the people who are going to win in September, October, and November. Okay. It's forcing yourself to be consistent. Now, also, if you're not a Reels person, summer is going to be the easiest time ever to record a bunch of B-roll. What is B-roll? 5 to 10 seconds of, maybe for me, it's when I put on my sunscreen, okay? Or
Ew.
putting sunscreen on my kids, or when we're on the boat, just recording 5 to 10 seconds.
Oh, fuck no. Y'all, don't you do it. And I will die on this hill. I'm going to be bossy as hell. Do not put sunscreen on your kids and post that online. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Seconds of that. 5 to 10 seconds of me getting ready for the day.
Oh, that's right,
5 to 10
Dante.
seconds of me hanging out on the
That's
porch
right.
or touching grass. Recording B-roll in the summer is easy because you're always doing so much stuff. But who has kids? What are the ages of your kiddos at home? And I'm talking...
The frequency straw is a stainless steel straw that's been infused with the frequency that protects you from EMF stuff or whatever. But the cup that's been charged 200 times comes with a plastic lid, a plastic handle, and a plastic straw that can be washed in the top of a dishwasher only, but it's so big it can't fit in the top of a dishwasher. Good job, Barb and Marina. Good job.
Little kids. Who has little kids? Who has little kids? Tell me in the comments. So I've been in this industry since 2009, which means my son was born in 2011. Okay. So I've been in this industry since before I had children, which means that with my 3 kids, I have gone through every single stage of childhood.
Okay.
I have survived every single stage of parenthood in this industry. Okay. I've had a newborn that's gone to events. Okay. When he was 6 weeks old, he flew to New Orleans with me. Bless his and my heart. It was my first baby, and that was a disaster. Okay. I have survived
Rachel, that's
toddlerhood
good
with
point.
2 kiddos here.
Rachel said maybe she'd be happier about going to Ulta with her kids if she thought about it as an opportunity for B-roll. She could manifest those happy feelings. Rachel, what a great way to reframe that. Ree said these frequency reps really don't know what to educate their audience about conducive conductivity because it would debunk their product's claims and effectiveness. I'm having a hard time reading tonight because everything is very colorful in the text department. So I'm like literally all the colors of the rainbows, and I'm can't separate it out today. Don't want. Yes.
I have survived adopting our baby from China in this industry when she was 21 months old. I have survived every single step of parenthood in this industry. And so I've had to learn tricks along the way. All right. And so I see we've got some ages going here. Also, Amanda said you can clip 15 seconds of your live and you didn't put music over it. Guys, if you're recording stories every single day, which I didn't talk about stories every day, we'll get there. You can automatically download your stories and do exactly what she said. Mute it and put music over it and then put words.
Guess what? You don't have to download it. You can archive it. Oh my God. Can we just get to 2025 for a second? Oh my God. Just archive everything and you have it. And then you can just go search for it. And then you can go grab it. Oh my God. Synesthesia. Yep. It's getting me today.
Over it. Okay. I've done a ton of stories where I'm making the mushroom juice. So now I can pull those, put music over it, and put the benefits of the product, why they need it on the reel. Okay. All right. So we've got lots of kiddos here. 9, 19, 22, 6, and 3, a 4-year-old granddaughter, 4, 5, 7, 10, and 12.
Thank you, Reese.
7, 9, and 12. Okay. 11 and 7. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Your older kids, I'm speaking from experience at this point. Okay. My 10, 11, and 14-year-olds, they don't care that I'm here doing this, right? They don't care that I have to get work done. Okay. But in the summer, they want to swim. We have a pool. They want to swim. So I have to make a deal with my kids. Okay. And this is really important. This is one of the most important things give you as parenting advice, okay? I make deals with my kids. I bribe them, okay? You can call it positive reinforcement. You can call it whatever fancy bow you want to put there. It's bribing. I bribe my children. I've bribed my children from a very young age, okay, in this industry. And what that means is when they were tiny, I bribed them, like when they were toddlers, okay, when they were newborns, I would do the trainings on my lap and I would do the work with them on my lap. It is what it is. When they were toddlers, mommy had a special basket of toys that they could only play with when mommy was working. It worked every time. If you're not a huge screen person and you let them play with it when you're working, that helps, right? But I would literally pull out that special basket of toys and they could only play with those toys when mommy was working because it made those toys special, right? And then they were like, oh my gosh, heck yes, we get to do that, okay? But as they got a little older, this is why I'm going to Ulta today, okay? Because I've worked really hard all week, okay? I've busted my booty to sign tons of new customers this week, and I've worked really hard this week. And I had to ask my daughter, can you just give me a few days? Like, I need to catch up on some stuff. I have to do this. I just need a few days. Can you do that? And if you do that, we will go to Ulta on Friday. Okay, so yesterday I reminded her, I said, now don't forget, tomorrow I have a training at 1, and then we're gonna go to Ulta. And I'm not gonna be on my phone when I take my kid to Ulta. Okay, but we made a deal. And so here's the other thing I wanna tell you. And I have bribed with everything you can think of. Toys, food, okay? I can bribe my kids with a DoorDash lunch every day of the week. They would accept it.
I'm processing this. I am unsure how to process this. My dad and mom both worked growing up. They both worked really hard. They still work hard. My mom, I would say, is the person who helps me go to most, if not all, of my doctor's appointments. My dad helps me go to my doctor's appointments. Now that I'm 3 years into this and have had a lot of surgeries, I am way more mobile than I was. This week's been rough. I've had to use my walker almost every day, so my mom's been helping me. But when we were younger, when my dad had his business, there were times when we all were working at his legal document solutions where he was getting ready for preparing the legal documents for trial for both sides. For the client he was working for had to produce one copy for his side, for his client, another copy for the other side, and one copy for the judge. And so we all were working. My dad was working, his staff was working, we were working, we brought in air mattresses, we were taking rotations, and then when we crashed, we crashed. So we're not unfamiliar with doing stuff. Doing fun stuff is fun. I don't know how I feel about saying oh my God, we bribe. I don't know what I feel about that. Okay, the way it's being framed is wrong. Okay, I was like, how is this? Okay, y'all, the way y'all are saying it is making me understand it better. The way it's being framed is wrong. Okay. Obviously coming in this with a bias, she's in an MLM. It would be different, I think, if this was all affiliate and she was signing customers affiliate only. and the customers were purchasing products, and the products could be sold at a much lower rate because there was no commission that had to be divided out among so many lines up. I mean, maybe they would still be expensive because all the people were used to buying it, but I think there's more consultants than there are customers. That's my hypothesis, because I think the reps are the glorified customers, in my opinion. So I don't know what that would look like if they went affiliate only. Whatever. I would feel different if she was an affiliate or, signing customers, and she was working hard to do customers, and she said, hey, let's hang out on a Friday, or let's do this on a Saturday, or, I'm still working in the summer even though you're off from school. Let's, let me work from 8 to 3, I'll cut my workday short and we can still have fun. Let me do, 8 to 1 and we can have the rest of the day off, or whatever it is. I mean, it's so much more nuanced than this. It's about morals, education, relationships, connection, loyalty, respect, but more so she explains how none of this is related to a child's development and understanding of cooperation. Why are y'all so smart? Like, having toys for when mommy's working is a great solution, but it's not bribery. Yeah.
Okay, they would accept it. All right. So I'll say, hey guys, today I need 2 hours before we get in the pool. I just need 2 hours uninterrupted. Let me do my work. And then as soon as I'm done, we will order lunch and we will get in the pool. Okay. Now, this is the most important part of this. Please don't tell your kids to give you 2 hours and then take 3 or take 4. Okay. This industry is hard enough sometimes on the kiddos. Sometimes I find myself like, guys, I'm just trying to do this, right? Or I'm stuck on my phone or something. And so I've had to get really aware of that. But please don't tell your kids to give you an hour or 2 and take longer. You're asking them to respect your time. And so you need to respect.
I mean, the best advice that she said. The best advice she said. Good for you. Good for her for saying that. Ask for, tell them you're going to take 2 and take 2. The biggest offender of this is Faith Drew in Monate. She does this all the time to her, 2-year-old. She does this all the time to her 2-year-old, and he calls her out for it all the time on her live streams. It's awful. It's awful. She does it all the time.
Their time. Okay. So I do want to say that because I feel like a lot of times we get in this thing where, and I've been guilty, where I'm like, I'm going to take 2 hours and I'm in the zone and the kids are being good. So I'm like, I'll just take an extra hour. Do not do it. Set a timer. Show them that you are serious about giving them the same kind of time that you are willing to give to your business. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. Goes for the hubby. He's fine. He can wait. Kidding, kinda. Okay. So minimums. We're showing up in our stories every day, every single day. I don't want any excuses about I don't know what to say in my stories. Just mix up your juice and talk about something. If you don't know what to talk about in your stories, you have 7 mushrooms. Every single day you could talk about a mushroom, but you're missing the boat if you're not in your stories talking. Every single.
If you haven't seen the Frequence mushroom drink, it looks like dirt water. And they say it tastes like lemonade. It looks like they went out into the garden and took a scoop of dirt and they put it through a sieve and then put some water and the dirt into a blender and blended it up and drank it. That's what it looks like, in my opinion.
Day. Follow people who do stories. Jenna Tomer, Stacy Job, Krista and Susie Klein-White. I've seen gigs. I should probably use real names here. Lauren Gillio does stories. I do stories. I know Tina Jo does stories. Melanie Parkinen does them. Jackie does stories. And I love that she said her number 1 tip is stop worrying about creating content and document your life. Sometimes I just get on there and I ramble, okay? But I'm always mixing up the juice and we're always chatting. And it shows people who you are, okay? It shows them, guys, I show them how dramatic my dogs are, okay? Dogs, by the way, always get great engagement on stories. If you have dogs, they're fantastic. But, you know, when I was going through the whole melanoma journey, I mean, I still am, but I would have really hard conversations.
Cancer is not a business. It's not a business plan. Cancer is not a business plan. Cancer is not. Oh my God. Cancer's not a business pitch. Cancer is not a business pitch. Stop. God, stop.
In my stories about that. I still do that. I get a little sassier in my stories, but it's fine. But you need to show up in your stories every single day. You need to talk in your stories every single day. Okay? That's a non-negotiable. All right? And I have a rule that I tell my team all of the time. Are you ready? If you are mixing up a rise and source, you're recording it. If you are mixing up a rise and source, you are recording it. I don't care if you're talking or you're in your stories or not. If I am on the boat and I'm mixing up a rise and source, I am recording it on the boat. Do you know why? Because it's really good for a reel later. It's really good for my stories later. Okay, it's really good for me to share later and having content. Look, there's going to be a point in the summer where you just want to have fun. You're going to go to the beach for a week. Okay, maybe you're going to go to the beach for a week and you don't want to be totally engaged on your social media. Perfect. You already have content recorded. You already have it saved. Upload it to your stories, add some words and add some music. You don't have to then be present because you've already planned it out. But the problem is you're busier planning out the vacation than you are planning out the ways that you can make money to pay for that vacation. Okay? I'm just going to be honest. You're more worried about those plans than you are about how you could make that extra money to pay for it.
She just said, make B-roll content, record stuff so that you don't have to worry about content. Then she said, you're more worried about the vacation than you are worried about what you can do to make content so that you can pay for that vacation. So which am I supposed to worry about, Amber? Make up your damn mind. Just be clear. Tell us what you really want. But guess what? You're not the boss of me. Well, you're really not the boss of me because I'm not on your team, but you're not the boss of anybody. Because they're all independent contractors. You might have forgotten that on this power trip that you're going on. Dear God. Yes, Aaron's video the other day on the rep with testicular cancer and his pitch was absolutely heartbreaking. Never a sales pitch ever. This shit is real and all this MLM stuff is so fake. Yeah, in the twisty part is, it's so heartbreaking. You get so bought in to the hype and the truth and the power of the products that you're selling that when you're faced with a devastating health diagnosis, you truly believe that your body can overcome anything. And I say that with an asterisk of, I believe that you should be able to do whatever the hell you want to with your body. I also think that it's devastating the mind control and the emotional control that MLMs have over individuals. I know my mind got fucked up in Young Living. And people may say, oh, well, it was just essential oils. And they just don't like candles. I'm 3 years out and I am terrified of lighting a candle. So it's not just like, oh my God, they just hate candles. I still think smelling candles in a grocery store, like, I have to think through, oh my God, I'm not giving myself cancer by smelling, non-organic fragrances or, smelling chemicals or not smelling chemicals, but smelling cleaning products. So the things that you listen to over and over again, and like the repetition fallacies, and it gets ingrained in you. And on the flip side of it, in Optavia, in these other health and wellness multi-level marketing companies, and in Optavia specifically with a crossover with the religious part, and I'm not blaming him, I'm saying that there's insidious stuff going on behind the scenes that we saw a little bit of in that conference that I covered, in the Optavia conference I covered, that and we see it in other MLMs, that religious undertone of that religious control that was in Young Living, that's in Mary Kay, that's in a bunch of other MLMs, that it holds people back from being able to be open-minded about being able to choose potentially or to see more options about tools for their healthcare. And it's sad. It is sad because if he wasn't in MLM, would he have felt more free to choose maybe to have more tools in his toolbox for fighting his cancer? Maybe, maybe not. He has a son. That's sad. You know? However frustrating his MLM pitch is for Optavia, that he's using cancer as an MLM pitch, it's sad that his cancer has metastasized. But he has a kid. That's really sad. You know? It's heartbreaking.
By showing up, okay? We're going to impact our fall right now. What is our biggest month of the year that impacts you the most? November. Why? Because November is how you're going to pay for Christmas, right? November is how you're going to pay for December. But if you sit right now, September is going to suck. And then you're going to sit in September. And guess what? September, October, November. Okay. And these are the things. And so I need you to know that I'm not telling you to give up your summer. I know that like people probably saw like, summer doesn't suck, you suck. And they were like, I have to give up my whole summer. I'm not asking you to give up your whole summer. I would never. I am a summer baby. My birthday is next week. I'm a summer baby through and through. I do not give up my summer, but I do not give up my business that allows me to have fun in the summer for my summer. I don't do it. I show up consistently. You're going to see me every day on social media. You're going to see reels on social media. You're going to see me being loud about what I offer. Because I will be danged if my people buy something from an Instagram influencer when I have something better for them. But I didn't show up and so they bought it somewhere else. I won't be that person. That's not a lesson I will ever have to learn. Okay? It's not a lesson I will ever have to learn. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get off here. I'm going to give you some homework. I didn't even make up homework. My notes looked like this. They're everywhere. It's fine. Okay? I don't know. I didn't write homework down here, but I'm going to give you some. One, if you haven't already written down, money is coming at me from every direction. I don't know where it's coming from, but I'm accepting it. Please do. Write it down. Put it on your phone. Do the thing. Okay. I want you to sit down as soon as we get off of here, and I want you to write down your minimums.
Appreciate
what do
you
those
too,
look
Reese.
like? You know, one day a week, I'm going to spend an hour following up with my people who are already on the product. Right? I want to make sure they're using it correctly. I want to make sure that they're actually using it. You know, my mom told me once, she's like, you know, this stuff it actually works when you take it. No, Pam, I had no idea. You mean it didn't work when you didn't open the box? But do you know how many people don't open the box when they get it? Do you know how many people don't open the box? Tons of them. Tons of them. Okay.
Y'all remember like that she gives kind of like a reminiscent vibe of the Empire a little bit. Just kind of like a muted, kind of like a watered down version of the Empire plus John Melton a little bit. Oh my God. I'm not saying she has to be any other way than she is. I don't appreciate her. I'm waiting for somebody to do a sales training. I'm waiting for somebody to do a training that actually helps people. sell something. I'm waiting for that training.
Okay, so I'm going to follow up with my people. So I'm going to have 1 day a week where I'm doing an hour of follow-ups. Okay, I don't know if you guys knew that, but it does work if you drink it. Hand to God, ask my mom. Okay, I know every day I'm showing up to post. I know on Sundays I'm planning out my schedule. Okay, and when I say I'm planning out my schedule, I am planning out everything we have going on. Does a kid have activities? Are we going to the pool that day? I'm looking ahead at the weather to decide what days we're going on the boat, so I can write all that in, because that's going to tell me what I need to do next. Okay, if I'm going to the boat on Wednesday, I'm probably putting up an engagement post on Tuesday and a heavy hitting product post on Wednesday before I go on the boat. Okay, I'm not stepping on the boat until the minimums are done for my business. Because then guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go and enjoy the boat all day. Anyone have a boat? You come home and you're dead. Okay, you're basically dead. I'm gonna come home.
Oh my God, does anyone have like a boat? Probably not, Amber. Probably like a lot of people in your downline don't have a boat. If anybody has a boat, don't you know what it's like? When you get off the boat, you just come home and you're totally dead. You don't want to do any work. That's like why before I get on the boat, you want to get all of your work done. Because when I come home from an entire day of boating and having the best time, living like more of a luxurious life than you're living, you just want to come home and you don't want to do anything. Okay, Amber, thanks. Like, so glad you have a boat. That's so cool. And if you have a boat in the chat, like, cool, cool, cool. I just think it's so, like, the wrong example to use on this training. I don't know. I just think it's like a little bit the wrong. They're just like a little bit of the wrong story. I just think it's a little like the wrong story. Exactly, Reese. What? She could have said, "Hey, who needs help? Who would like to raise their hand and ask for help with their posts?" Okay, Ethan, what do you need help with? Let me know. What's your profile? Okay, let's go to your profile. Which post do you need help with? Let me look through your profile, and I'll see a post that I think needs help with. All right, I'm gonna take a screenshot. Put your screenshot on deal. All right, I see. You said this, and this. I would say, blah, 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 blah. I think your picture needs to be closer in. You need to be facing the window. You need more light. You need to edit it this way. And it needs to be shorter. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? Push, pull. Yes, I do. Actually, that makes so much more sense. Let's watch a reel. Hey, it needs to be 7 seconds instead of 45 seconds. Do you understand why? No, I really don't. It needs to have a call to action. Do you understand what that is? No, I don't. Whatever. Okay. Who would like to go next? Krista. Krista's going next. Okay, Krista, what's your Facebook? Which platform do you think you need the most help on? TikTok. Okay, let's go to your TikTok. You're only getting 12 views a video. Let's see why. How come you're not doing captions? I didn't know how I could do captions. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Do you know you can do hashtags? No, I didn't. Let's look at your videos. Why are you only doing pictures in your videos? You know what I'm saying? Like, she could have done actual help instead of just listening to herself talk. In my opinion.
I'm going to eat, and then we're all going to be in bed by 8 o'clock. Okay, so I'm going to do my work before. If I look ahead and I know we're going to go to the pool, I'm going to take that hour before we go and I'm going to do the things, because summer doesn't have to suck. But if you show up or don't show up in the way that you need to, it will suck for you. And you're going to look back and you're going to be like, well, Amber told me, and or worse, you're going to say, see, Amber, summer did suck. It doesn't. Newsflash, it doesn't. Also, every single overwhelming thing that you're dealing with right now, if you're not talking about that, like my kids are home and I'm stressed, thank God for this mushroom drink, you're dropping the ball, okay? If you're not talking about how overwhelmed and overstimulated you are and how this one drink has helped calm your nervous system, you are missing the boat if you have kids at home, okay? All right, so when you get off of here, I want you to do your minimums. What day are you planning your week? What are your content buckets, if you will? What day are you doing what kind of content? Okay, is it My Story Monday? Is it Transformation Tuesday? What does that look like? Write it out. Plan out what every single theme day is going to look for you. Okay, stories. You're going to write down that you got to do stories. You're going to write down 1 to 2 posts a day. Some people are going to tell you 1 post a day. I think until you have a large following, you need to do at least 2 posts a day. That is me. Not everyone will agree with me. That's okay. Your algorithm may be different than mine. Pay attention to that.
It's not just about having a large following. It's about engagement. It's about reach. And not just about that. It's about moving the person on, like, who is engaging in your reach to the cash register. Okay, great. Oh my God, Amber's going to feel so good about saying, oh my God, so-and-so has 10,000 followers now. How much sales are you getting? I'm not getting any sales. Oh shit. So Amber's training did nothing. Amber's talking about growing a following. Okay, no. Are you moving the person who's interested in the product to the cash register? What is the cash register? It's in DMs, and you're manually processing an order of interest, or it's them clicking on a link and buying through your link. Either TikTok or Instagram, or you're talking in person, or whatever it is. I don't want you to buy an MLM product. I'm saying her training is shit. That's my thesis statement. Okay? It doesn't matter how many people you have. You could be a micro influencer. You could have a very small account, and you could have those, 1,500 people, and you could have a lot of customers. You could have 800 people and have a lot of customers. You could find those people, know your audience, find your audience, and know, hey, those people are interested, like Ov. Even though Ov has like thousands of 5-star reviews, Ov has found those people who are interested in unique, high-quality stitch markers, knitting and crochet stitch markers that are customizable, and jewelry, again, that's customizable, that are good quality, and timely shipping, and great packaging, and they've had such a good service that they will leave a 5-star review. That's what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about.
Pay attention to when people are commenting the most. I yell at Krista because I'm like, you're posting too late. She's like, my people like that. Maybe they do. I don't think they do. I think you just post earlier, okay? But pay attention to that.
It doesn't matter when you post. The right time to post is when you can post. And then as you post, sometimes you can see when posting is better, but the right time to post is when you can post. Don't listen to Amber.
Okay, we're wrapping up. I told you it wasn't going to be as scary. As it sounded, but here's what I want you to know.
Stop.
Everything you do right now impacts when? 90 days from now. Okay. And I tell people this all the time. Some of you have set really giant goals, but you're not showing up for yourself and your business in a way that will bring about those goals. November is not far away. Everything you do right now is going to impact that. And I always use this example. Do I have any Friends fans? The TV show. Friends fans? Just drop Friends in the chat. This is always my analogy for that. Okay. There we go. Friends. I even have Friends tattoos, guys. I have his lobster, my husband has her lobster, and I have the Friends dots. Okay, we're friends people here. Okay, so I want you to picture this, all right? Your team is all chipping in. Your team, your sidelines, your uplines, like everyone in the company is chipping in, and they're doing the work. They're all doing the really little things that bring in money, right? And that's...
What do you mean we're all doing the things to bring in money? Are you saying that they're all putting things in to float you up, to rank up? Because of how the money flows in multi-level marketing? Amber? Huh? What? So you're in business by yourself, but you can't do it by yourself? Amber? You're all chipping in? If you're thinking about joining MLM, don't chip in. Do not chip in at the end of the month when your friend who recruited you said, oh, we just need like $10 more each, or we just need $50 more each, or we just need $75 more each. Do not do it. Don't do it. It's tempting. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, but it's not that much money. Don't do it. That's not how a real business works.
All going to pay off really big.
No.
All right. I want you to think about the Friends episode where all of the friends chipped in
No.
on the lottery ticket.
No.
Do we all know which episode I'm talking about? So they all chipped in and bought their share of the lottery tickets.
No.
But not Ross. Ross refused to buy in and gamble his money.
No.
Okay? And Rachel says to him, you know what's going to happen, Ross? We're all going to go on a vacation and we're going to all show up in our helicopter. And you're going to be like, guys, I'll be late. I got to show up in my Hyundai. Because he didn't go all in with them.
No.
He didn't go all in with them. And so he's the one that's showing up in the Hyundai. And so I just want to know from you, are you going to do the thing this month so that you can show up in the helicopter with us in November? Or are you going to be late and show up in the Hyundai? Don't be a Ross, friends. Okay? Do not be a Ross. So I'm asking you to show up for yourself, show up for your goals, do the things, stop setting your autopilot to summer sucks, and instead set it to money is coming at me from every direction. I don't know where it's coming from, but I'm accepting it. And setting your autopilot to everyone is getting in. Everyone is joining me at Frequency. Everyone is getting in. Everyone is joining me at Frequency. And show up and do the dang work. If you need any extra encouragement or you have questions, post in the Frequency affiliate group and just tag me. Like if you're like, hey, I set up these themes, but I don't know if they work. Or hey, I wanted to put up this post, but do I need to reword it? Dude, post it in Frequency affiliates and tag me. I am happy to hop in and help. I'm happy to hop in and give you the kick in the pants, but summer's not going to suck because you're not sucking this year. Okay? Let's get out there. Let's make it happen. I believe in you guys more than you believe in yourselves, and I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I can't wait to see all of the things that you accomplish this summer. Bye, guys.
Holy mother forking shirt balls. What? Ross didn't join in on the ticket, and so he had to drive his Hyundai, so I don't even know what to say. Are you kidding me? I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know. What was the worst? I said, what was the worst part of that video? All of it? Just kidding. I mean, the last part when she was talking about a fictional TV show, and she used a fictional story in that TV show to prove a point, to force her point that she was making. Are you going to join us and be with us who'd all chip in to buy the lottery ticket? Or are you going to be like Ross? You're going to join us and arrive in the helicopter. You're going to be like Ross. That was the most shocking part. From go to woe. Yep. I don't know. It's awful. Ugh. I'd say thanks, but I don't know if I could say thanks for watching the whole thing. Yeah, oh God, here's what I saw. Pattern 1, emotional. I don't know. Emotional fuckery. Is that it? Emotional warming up, then mindset framing, then product and income pushes, and that order. I think that order lowers the defenses, and I think if you were on her team, you probably were ready because you probably felt guilty for not doing what you should have been doing in the summer in the first place. Pattern 2, ingredient education, and before and after photos, and you're kind of ready to do that. And you can't do before and after photos without a disclaimer, and we already know that. and that was a stand-in for finished product evidence. And that's an FTC violation. The pattern, if the product works. If the product works, you should show human data on the exact formula, and they will not do that. Pattern 3. I don't know. I'm just so mad. I don't even know. Like, all my notes are like, we just throw them out. There's definitely pressure from within the company. Culture pressure from Amber and Barb and Marina. Daily posts. Record every pour. Helicopter versus Hyundai. And the pressure keeps people producing even when the math fails them. Eye roll of a lifetime. And if it was me, what would I ask a friend before they buy or join? Show me the company's most recent income disclosure where I would likely land after expenses. Show me human trials on the finished product, and not one ingredient, the actual whole product. What percentage of customers are true retail buyers with no comp plan access? And can I return the product if it does not help me? If I stop posting daily, does my income collapse? And if yes, is this a business or an attention treadmill? If you're in an MLM and it is helping you, I tentatively wish you well, and I hope you protect yourself with receipts. If you're out and this felt validating, you're not alone. I got out of my MLM in 2022. I was in another MLM from in 2013 to 2015. If you want a deeper dive on spotting health claim red flags or reading earnings statements, tell me in the comments. Remember that we don't drink the Kool-Aid here. We analyze the ingredients. I'm DC. Take care of your brain, your wallet, and I don't know. It's what day is it? It's a Wednesday. Just you general yourself, preserve and promote your emotional well-being, and I'll see you next time. Deuces, Huns. Like, where's my end button? But it's good to see everybody. Bye.